A group of residents in Rustenburg find themselves out in the cold. They've been evicted on numerous occasions. Firstly, they were evicted at their initial place outside Rustenburg, which allegedly belonged to the Bafokeng. The Rustenburg Local Municipality provided alternative accommodation for them at the showgrounds, where they were later evicted. They were then moved to a hall in town. They have been evicted again. They're sleeping outside with their belongings and their children. SABC News reporter Sentleeng Lehihi gives us a live report.
Good afternoon to you and our viewers. We're here at the Ben Mareo Hall in Rustenburg in Northwest, following up on 25 families who were evicted from their homes in Waterkloof Estate. This property is owned by the Royal Bafokeng mine, and we understand that these workers were actually evicted after they were dismissed for allegedly not paying any of their services. However, they've said to us that this is quite doubtful, because they understand that for all services that they were actually enjoying in that property, the payments were being deducted straight from their salaries, and according to them, the municipality was receiving payments from the employer. We've seen them being evicted from the Waterkloof Estates, having all their belongings, left out on the streets. We saw the local municipality intervening there, sending them to the Rustenburg Recreational Center, following which they later were brought here to Ben Mareo Hall. They say that while most of their belongings have been kept inside the hall, they've not been allowed to access any of the services in the hall, and they've in fact been forced to sleep out here in the elements and have had to seek alternative accommodation for their families. If I'll request my colleague Silo just to pen here to my left, you'll see that the makeshift structure that they've made there with the mattresses, you'll see that these are the only facilities that they have to use as ablution facilities, being forced to actually, do their business out here in the parking lot. This is a dire situation, the pink bucket reflecting all that these people have for ablution facilities. Their dire situation has also been extended by the elements that they are forced to withstand living out here. They say that they are forced to every night make sure that they've got a fire up, they've got all their setups ready for them to spend the night out here. But just to get a better understanding on the realities that are facing the workers or the former workers since their eviction from Waterkloof, we're going to speak to one of the workers. Ndate, thank you so much for your time. You've been taken from pillar to post as the former workers of Royal Bafokeng, but you say that your dismissal to begin with was unwarranted.
Yes, the dismissal to begin with was unwarranted because the actual reasons why we are dismissed is because the electricity was cut off, and then it was said that the reason for that cut off is because we are owing water at the municipality. But now the question that comes to our mind is that how is it possible? Because everything is being deducted from the salary every month, and water bill is being deducted from the salary, from the pay slip. It comes with the deductions. Now, when we go to the offices and try to inquire as to what has happened, why are we owing water from the municipality? And then it was said that there's a misunderstanding between the municipality and the mine. But from there, that is when we got dismissed. That illegal strike that is said that we are being dismissed for illegal strike, it's a total lie, because we were dismissed without any illegal strike. So the reason why we are dismissed is because we questioned why are we owing water whereas we are paying it every month.
Now, the situation as we have it, one of the complaints you have is that there was a long-standing agreement between your former union representative with the mine management that you be allowed to stay in the premises, in the houses that you occupied, until the legal matter was sorted. But you saw yourselves being evicted even while you anticipated that the eviction situation will be discussed in court the following month.
Yeah, it came as a surprise to us because the agreement between the NUM and Royal Bafokeng is that we will be allowed to occupy the premises up until the arbitration period has been finalized. And then now, arbitration, we are still on review, we are still waiting to go to court for that review. But now, we find ourselves being evicted while still waiting for that arbitration review.
Your situation is going from bad to worse. You're currently being told that you cannot continue occupying this here place here at the Ben Mareo Hall.
Yes.
What is to happen to the workers that are still behind? I understand that some have received assistance to go back home in nearby places, but those of you who live far, are left to your own devices?
Yeah, we were told that we will be assisted in terms of relocation. But now those who stay far, like those who are staying in Free State, it is now being said that the transport from the municipality cannot go outside of Northwest. So that is a problem. Everyone who's staying from Northwest still here, around here, and we don't know what is going to happen.
Your situation is made worse by the fact that your provident funds are still outstanding.
Yes, and in terms of the provident fund, since 2017 we've been trying to apply for our provident fund to be released, but now Royal Bafokeng doesn't want to release our provident fund, saying that we are owing them money. Now they want to use our provident fund as to pay the said bond, and they were advised by Momentum and the PFA that they should release our provident fund, because the section 37D says for them to withdraw or to withhold our monies should be in terms of misconduct. Now, but the Momentum have said they should release our money because section 37D doesn't allow them to withdraw our monies. So they are still saying they want to withhold our monies.
You've been in and out of court, you've seen your matter discussed, but you're still receiving no joy. What type of assistance would you like to see at this point?
At this point, because we've been through the courts and we've been through, I feel maybe we need a strong legal assistance. Maybe one of the good lawyers can pick up the story and be merciful to us, maybe come to our assistance and assist us in resolving this issue, because I feel it is very complex. It needs someone with a very high experience in terms of legal expertise.
Thank you very much for your time. A complex matter indeed, described by one of the former workers of Royal Bafokeng, telling us that they've been taken from pillar to post with no assistance coming, currently requesting any kind of legal assistance for them to be helped, as they're now forced to spend the dead of winter out here in this parking lot with only fire as their source of warmth. From us here in Rustenburg, back to you in studio.
Thanks very much, my colleague there, Sentleeng Lehihi. The police investigation on site at the Enyobeni Tavern in Scenery Park, where 21 people died on Sunday morning, is complete, and the investigating team has now withdrawn. A team from SABC News was allowed access inside the tavern and found a scene which still reflects the chaos that transpired. It has been 5 days since the tragedy. The interior of the tavern still reflects the chaos that ensued in the early hours of Sunday morning. The smell of stale alcohol hangs in the air. Underfoot glass crunches as people move about inside the tavern. Bottles are strewn all across the dirty floor. There is even discarded food. Many shoes are also left lying around, left behind in the chaos of that fateful morning. Going up to the second floor, and the balcony reveals a similar scene. Inside the tavern stands in silent testimony of the horror that took place inside these walls. Now the survivors, the families of the dead and this community anxiously await the outcome of the investigation.